Hi everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of Sports Scene. Now Elijah and we are at the Royal Papua Yacht Club. Elijah, just tell us, are you looking forward to tonight's show? Oh, that's right. We have a bit of a problem with Elijah. Elijah was out at all the sporting events on the weekend. If you were out at one of the major sporting events, Elijah was in the crowd screaming and supporting and really showing his passion for sport. And what happened to you? So yes, it says, I can't talk, I lost my voice. So Elijah is going to be using cue cards in tonight's episode. Now, we have a jam-packed show, don't we? Yes, we have a lot of sports that we have some netball, some hockey, some rugby. We just have everything for you on tonight's episode of Sports Scene. Now, the reason why we're at the Royal Papua Yacht Club is because this year will be the 41 years of the national game fishing titles. It's going to be held in East New Britain, and they set for the 18th to the 28th of this month. So it's going to be absolutely massive for all you. Yes, Elijah loves fishing. It's just going to be absolutely massive for all you people who follows the sport of fishing. It's going to be up in Rabaul. There's over 20 boats that have registered. And last year I was out here for the fishing titles here in Port Moresby, and it was heaps of fun. I got to even go out myself and Nash. We went out, and unfortunately the boat we got on didn't get any fish, but we just had a good time, just learning a little bit more about game fishing. But here's an update on the upcoming national game fishing titles.
The main focus of the national game fishing titles is based on team fishing, in which teams choose 2 days of the 9 days of competition to be out at sea. Last year's titles, held in the waters of Port Moresby, spread across the Motuan coastline, attracted teams from Lae, Madang, and also from the Tasman Sea, Australia and New Zealand. On day one of competition, 45 fish were caught and 21 boats entered the waters. Yellowfin tunas were a popular catch amongst all anglers, with the occasional sailfish and the rare bite of a marlin. With this year's titles to return to the waters of the East New Britain province, the New Britain Game Fishing Club have set dates for the 19th to the 28th of March. Major sponsors include corporate giants SB Brewery, Puma Energy, Ella Motors and Trukai Industries. The Shootout Challenge has been set for Thursday, the 24th of March. The competition closes on the 27th of March and will be hosted at the New Britain Game Fishing Club in Rabaul.
Here we come. Taxi. Helen? Yep. Under the boat. Under the boat. Good work, Hels. Awesome. Just go. You little bastard. Stubborn little fella. Seen him back.
The game fishing titles are something to look forward to, and I'm sure the waters of Rabaul should be absolutely spectacular for those teams. And a lot of the teams are going to be from Port Moresby and from Lae. Elijah, how good are you at fishing? Show us some of your fishing skills. Almost looks like a music video clip. Also on the weekend, the PNG Peppers are competing at the new Sir John Guise Stadium. Elijah's a big fan of the Peppers, and he was there supporting the Peppers, and they took on Singapore. What was the score? Because you were there, right? Oh, wait. 53-39. So the Peppers won in favor. They defeated Singapore. And here's more on the match.
Once again, let's give them a big round of applause.
Awesome stuff there from the PNG Peppers, and I hope they continue to do well and win right here on home soil. Now, do not go anywhere. We have some updates on the hockey competition, which just has begun. So we'll catch you after these short messages. And welcome back to the show. If you've just joined us, Elijah and I are at the Royal Papua Yacht Club, and Elijah has a bit of a problem. Yes, he can't talk. He lost his voice from his passion for sport and supporting over the weekend. Now, the hockey season has commenced. They're using the brand new facility over at the Sir John Guise Stadium. Absolutely awesome. And Elijah, you used to play hockey, didn't you? No? I thought you did because people like I thought you said that you played hockey. You played squash. Okay, he played squash. But the hockey season has commenced. Elijah wishes he could play. Maybe we'll grab him to join one of these teams or something like that. But the hockey season commenced, and Elijah got to catch up with the president of the Hockey Association. Right? Okay, yeah, that's right. It's so difficult without Elijah talking. Damn it, how many teams are there competing? Wow, these cue cards are really helpful for Elijah. Yes, the 9 teams competing, and here's the plans for hockey as the year continues.
Port Moresby Hockey had their first run on the turf since the opening of the venue during the 2015 Pacific Games, an exciting event marking a milestone for the sport which has long existed in the nation's capital.
The facility is pretty good. We're very glad that we're able to have use of this facility. This is a world-class facility, and we'd like to this will promote the code and bring the code to a higher level. Yes, POM, this is the new home for POM hockey, and this will only make the code it'll make the code, give us the standing to grow the code. Yes.
With the turf now available to the association, there are plans to introduce several other competitions in the coming months with the aspiration to develop a junior development program.
We're working on, we've developed a management and development strategy, and that will work on 2 things. One is to provide a very good or exciting fixture program for 2016, and also to grow management and development capacity. We're also looking at developing a Minky program, which is a hockey for kids, and we'd like to roll that out by mid this year.
However, their main objective for the year is to develop a management strategy plan which will facilitate for an eventful fixture program and address the development aspect of the game. The Super Nines format is only the first of many events to be played on the turf in Port Moresby. The association has plans to introduce a full season of hockey in the next few weeks.
welcome back to the show. Now, the PNG Sports Foundation is running the brand new facilities all over the city. We have the new Sir John Guise Stadium, the new PRL, the Tarama Aquatic Center. Oh wait, it's not PRL anymore. It's now known as the National Football Stadium. We have all these awesome facilities, but some of the associations, sporting associations in Port Moresby, are having a bit of trouble having access to these venues. Now, Elijah, when you were able to talk before he lost his voice, was out on the street, and he got to meet up with a couple of residents and asked them on their thoughts about the facilities and, you know, the being for the associations, the availability to these associations. Some people didn't even know that the facilities are open, and here's what you guys had to say about the venues.
Gate na going to the toko so expensive. Can you say 15 kina, 10 kina? Na you think also expensive or not?
Okay, lo price lo 10 kina me agree because I think alright lo all line of small street vendors too can go na watch. Lo side lo 15 kina mo small line walk na this la kind it's affordable, but I think 10 kina is more affordable. All get a line can go in na watch. I think, you know, government has been provided all these facilities and all that, so maybe, you know, to have mercy for the youths and for the students who involve in sporting activities, then we should reduce the gate fees down to, let's say, less than 15 kina. Yeah.
The people of Port Moresby have shared their views on what they think of the newly built sporting venues. While some have said the entry fee into the venues is too expensive for youths and unemployed citizens, others have agreed with the fee charged for the hiring and entry into the venues, backing the government's decision 2 years ago in allocating over 1 billion kina to upgrade the facilities.
I'm Muslim side lo email samla staff natin and by expensively league but all man staff right lol I'm can gonna watch him.
I think it's too expensive because if they charge a big amount to get in, it's too expensive for kids, children and students. Yeah, now if like all charging like really kids to just go play or have fun or like to do like stuff, I'm okay for charging low.
Yeah, because time government spending money, all thinking low, recouping back money can. That's why time people like also you like hiring them I'm all putting price will contact because recouping money back in kind something awesome.
The opening of venues comes at a time where the PNG Sports Foundation is under pressure in ensuring all venues are maintained. This operation requires the obvious need for the constant drive of cash flow, an expensive exercise indeed. However, public usage will only double the cost of maintenance. The Tarama Aquatic Center, for example, is the most expensive of all 4 facilities in the nation's capital.
By now operating and getting the general public coming through, we'll have first-hand experience, and so we'll do a review again after 6 months of some of the challenges that we faced and some of the things that we could see that we could change a little bit to refine the way we operate. So that's where we are.
Executive Director of the PNG Sports Foundation, Peter Chamalili Jr., explains this exercise will allow for the foundation to gather ideas on where they can improve in terms of operating each of the venues and identifying areas of expense.
It comes at a very high cost, particularly with the swimming pool. The swimming pool the swimming pool is very specific because of the chlorine, the salt that needs to go in, and so those are very high in terms of the chemical use, and it's a very big pool because we've got the 25, 50 and also the splash play area for the kids, and so you're regularly operating and running water and running chemicals, and that is for us one of the biggest costs is the chemicals, water and the electricity, because the electricity needs to pump and needs to get the water through, and water again costs. And so apart from the electricity at the bigger venue, that is the biggest component of usage, and it roughly on a month you'd be probably looking at close to 25,000 just to be able to run, and that's probably I'm probably being conservative on that price, but on that cost. But that's once we get the public into the pool, then it will now help us again to identify areas of where we haven't anticipated for. So if we get the more public coming and using the pool, obviously the cleaning of the pool will pick up.
In hindsight, the reconstructing of each of these venues, and now with public accessibility, the venues are a luxury citizens of Port Moresby, even Papua New Guinea, can enjoy after years of neglect.
You've heard it. That's what you guys thought about the venues and the availability to the public. Now do not go anywhere. We have more of Sports Scene after these short messages. And that's all we have for you on tonight's episode of Sports Scene. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you. Oh wait, Elijah, you still can't talk. Do you have anything to say? What does your cue card say? Elijah says good night. If you want to find out more information about anything we've discussed on the show, you can find us on MTV Online and on Facebook, MTV Sports. That's a wrap right here from the Royal Papua Yacht Club. Thank you for letting us check out your awesome area with all the boats and very, very just a world-class view from the top here. Thank you very much for your company again. Have a great evening. Good night.